Hijo de la gran puta. Oh, I just got back from watching Obi-Wan Kenobi. The first 2 episodes at the screening at the celebration stage at Star Wars Celebration 2022 in Anaheim. And it was just awesome. It was just awesome. I'm not going to say they're the best things ever and they're my favorite thing and they were just pitch perfect and whatnot. I really enjoy them, and just being around fellow friends of mine and Star Wars community around, we just had such a good time, and there was a bunch of what the moments throughout of it. If you're watching this, I am gonna give some spoiler stuff ahead of it. So if you don't want to get spoiled, go watch the 2 episodes and then come back and watch this video. So Obi-Wan has just stayed away from helping people. He handles meat, takes a piece home, and just works out in the butcher shop and then goes back to his cave. And I like that at this point, Obi-Wan doesn't want to help out. There's moments where you see him being like, people being treated, and having him to hold himself back and just looking the other way and be like, no, go away, I'm not who you think I am. And there was a great moment where he's sleeping and he's having nightmares, and it's just flashbacks to episode 3, episode 1, maybe in episode 2 scenes, and it's just Anakin and Padme flashbacks. And there's a moment where, there's a flashback to Qui-Gon Jinn, and he wakes up and he says, Master Qui-Gon, Master Qui-Gon, dead silent. And it's just, mwah! That's how it should start. And you see this, and also the odd relationship he has with Owen Lars. A cool thing that they added to the lore now is that the flying ship that Luke is playing with on top of a New Hope, when he says, I'm never going to get out of here, Obi-Wan gives him that. He leaves it by the Lars homestead and walks away. Next day he goes to his routine job, finishes it, goes on, gets his whatever the camel creature is, and the toy is thrown off, and Owen says, Ben, stay away. And the whole thing, like he taught his father, be like, I'm not gonna make the same mistake twice. And be like, I'm asking you, Ben, stay away, leave us alone. And Obi-Wan being like, there's more to your farm life, Owen. Luke knows that. We both discussed what we had, what we had to do when the time is right. And the Inquisitors are just walking about the planet. They see a Jedi they hear about a Jedi on the loose, not specifically Obi-Wan, but the determined Inquisitor by Moses Ingram. She wants Obi-Wan bad. I don't know why. Maybe there was bad blood between them. Maybe he didn't save her. Maybe he refused to teach her. I don't know what the case is for that. That will be revealed in time. But she will disobey orders from even the Grand Inquisitor to get Kenobi. And we also are introduced to little Leia. Now, little Leia has her own life in Alderaan. She's royalty, and to Bail Organa and Mrs. Organa. And she's just as the little girl who plays young Princess Leia. To me, just me, she has the wittiness and the spirit that Carrie Fisher brought. Somehow, to me, I don't know. I might be just because I just got out of the premiere, but there's moments she replies to people, talks back to them, and I'm like, that's what Carrie did. That's what Carrie did as Leia Organa in the original trilogy, and I was so impressed and happy to see that. And it was bonkers because I didn't think Leia would be brought up. It makes sense to an extent, but I didn't think they would do that. Senator Bail Organa made sense. And she eventually gets kidnapped. She gets kidnapped, and Bail Organa calls an old friend. And Obi-Wan looks to this contact thing, and it's Bail and Mrs. Organa pleading him, please, find her for us. Save her for us. He says, I can't. Find someone else. I'm not the same person you knew 10 years ago. Hangs up, goes back to his life. And he has a little, the top thing of R2 as sort of a security system in his cave. Sees it's red, and there's someone in a cloak, and it's Bail Organa, who physically went to Tatooine to see Obi-Wan himself and beg him, be like, old friend, I need your help. There's nobody else I would trust with my daughter's life than you. And just this hesitation of Obi-Wan trying to go back to helping people. And he goes to this place in the Dune Sea, and he digs up a box, and this box holds Anakin and Obi-Wan's lightsabers. And I haven't played the game. I just seen the cutscenes, and I don't know if it's just as epic, but there's sort of a thing, and maybe if they would have just played it very slowly to make it more epic as the opening of the box is more slow. But it felt like when oh my gosh, what's his name? Oh, I'm already blanking on it. Of God of War, opening the box and seeing the blades, his old things from his past back. And the first episode ends, and it's Obi-Wan choosing to go out off-world to save young Princess Leia, and the last shot is just him picking something from his pocket, and you see the lightsaber hanging. Dun 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 dun. Cue in John Williams' Obi-Wan theme, and it's amazing. Now for episode 2, it's in that Hong Kong style planet, and we meet Kumail Nanjiani's character, who pretends to be a Jedi, but he's just a con artist. We see the persistence of Moses Ingram's third sister character, and how even the fifth brother and the Grand Inquisitor will be like, drop it. Enough with this. That you're below us. They even think that she's below them. And we see Ewan go through this, trying to help find young Leia. Young Leia's talking back to the people who kidnapped, which I think the guy Flea, who played Needles in Back to the Future, who's part of the Red Hot Chili Peppers band, takes her. And it was the third sister who ordered the kidnapping to pull Obi-Wan out from hiding. Be like, they're old friends. Organa, Bail is an old friend. It would make sense. If Kenobi's out there, he will come and save this girl. And he does. And there's this recklessness. Him fighting, he's not as quick as he was. In each punch, he's like, argh! So I'm like, I love that he's not just cracking his neck and be like, wah! He's just fighting to save this young hope of a kid. And it's not as smooth as he used to be. It's an old dog with fighting with old tricks. And Leia talks back to Obi-Wan, and there's this cool back and forth between them. And he says the sweet moment of like, you remind me of an old friend of mine, she was the leader. Which I was mixed. I'm like, is he referring to Padme? Is he referring to Satine? Either way, I loved it because I know it's people who meant a lot deal in his life. And Leia doesn't trust him. At one point, she goes off, and there's this cat and mouse game where now the third sister puts a bounty on him throughout everybody in this planet, and they're all trying to hunt him down. And the Grand Inquisitor finds this out and tells her to like, enough. She's still persistent, goes after Obi-Wan, and to the point where she stabs the Grand Inquisitor. And she's like, Obi-Wan, which I love the taunt, and tells him that Lord Vader would want you. Oh, you didn't know? Anakin Skywalker's alive. And there's this great moment where we're all freaking out. We're like, oh my god, this is it. Of just Ewan breaking down, like, oh my, and distraught, like, oh my gosh, my old friend, my brother is still alive. He makes sure Leia gets off. The distraction between the Inquisitor helps Obi-Wan get off-world with Leia, and she sees that something's off with him. She's like, what's wrong? And he's just lost words, and he just yells. Not yells, just says, Anakin. Cuts to, boom. Bad tank. Anakin Skywalker just there, trying to recuperate his healing, and just the minute Anakin, the line Anakin has said, the beat, cuts to. It was awesome. It was metal, and we'll see how the show plays out. I like the pacing of it. Again, I wasn't crazy about these episodes, but I liked them a lot. I liked them a lot, and that there was no side quest. There was no too much introduction of different characters and whatnot. There's a Jedi who Safdie, one of the Safdie brothers, who we do introduce, who goes to Obi-Wan and asks him for help, and that's when Obi-Wan tells him, that lightsaber, take it out to the Dune Sea and bury it. Go away. Start a fresh life. And tells her, what happened to you? You were a great warrior. The time is done. We lost. Move on. And he gets killed. And it's just that moment of Obi-Wan saying, I could have helped him, but I can't. And there's these people that need me, but I can't get involved. I can't. And he's also a broken man. There are moments. I'm not gonna say it's as close as Logan because Logan is almost perfect for me. But there are moments where I can see that both Ewan and Deborah Chow are like, let's take a look at Logan, see how that can translate to Star Wars and this character. What else? It was so much fun. So much fun. If I forgot something, I'll do it in another video one up. But I just wanted to give out my review of the first 2 episodes, and just the cast, the crew. There was a couple of one-shots. The opening of the first episode is Order 66. It is just some master. It might more people who know more canon deeper than I will probably know that Jedi Knight protecting the younglings, and she's just fencing off clone troopers, and then she just goes down swinging, and the younglings are like, what do we do? Go. And they leave, and it cuts to the title, and we hear John Williams' beautiful theme, and I just enjoyed it, and wow. Can't wait to see how people feel about these episodes and how this show leads onwards. It's exciting, and we'll see how the rest of the celebration goes.